Hey everybody, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. And today we're doing something extra special. We're going out and about and we're going to tour Bentonville, Arkansas. So let's talk about that. But before we begin, if you could like this video down there and also subscribe, that would make the world of difference. I try to produce as much content as literally as humanly possible out in Northwest Arkansas. Also, if you are thinking about moving down here or just checking out the whole area, I have a 3-day itinerary link below. See that hand, or see the hand? He's holding my itinerary right there. But I have a 3-day itinerary link below. So if you're looking to come down here, check it out. If you're an adventurer, sports person, maybe you're a foodie, maybe you're into mountain biking, I don't know. But there's a 3-day itinerary link down below for you. So go ahead and download that. All right, so we're starting in the downtown section of Bentonville first. Downtown Bentonville is the heart of Bentonville. It starts all the trail systems. Slaughter Pen Trail starts on here. It goes all the way north. There's trail systems everywhere in Bentonville, but the downtown section is kind of the heart of everything. We're going to go through the whole section, all the businesses, all the really cool things you can do down here. But strap in and hold on because we are about to experience downtown Bentonville. All right, so the first thing let's talk about are some of the homes around Bentonville downtown. Oh my gosh. When you're driving into downtown Bentonville, like through the home section, it's absolutely gorgeous. Like obviously some of the homes have been torn down or redone the last like probably 5 or 10 years or so, but my gosh, some of the most gorgeous homes that exist in the world exist in Bentonville, Arkansas. And you know, some of them even range from the more modern style home all the way down to the very southern style home. So there's a little bit of everything in Bentonville, Arkansas. Let's just enjoy some of these homes right now. All right, we've made it to the downtown section now, made it through all the amazing homes. Now let's talk about the trail system in Bentonville. Oh my gosh, unlimited trail systems. So right from the heart of Bentonville, you have Slaughter Pen, and that is like the main hub for a lot of entry point for the trail system. Now there's entry points all across Bentonville, obviously, because we have hundreds of miles of trails, of course. But the thing is, Slaughter Pen is kind of the most known one because it's in the heart of Bentonville, downtown. And that's one of the amazing things about the whole downtown Bentonville section is the actual connection point to the trail system. So it's kind of like I said before, downtown Bentonville is the hub for literally all things Bentonville. One really cool thing about downtown Bentonville is the fact that you can rent bikes anywhere around the downtown section. So if you don't have a bike or didn't bring your bike, definitely check out the places to rent around downtown Bentonville. There's so many good restaurants in the downtown section. It ranges anywhere from like very easy fare, very easy food, all the way to very high-end stuff. So whatever you're looking for, you're going to find in the downtown section of Bentonville. Some of my favorite restaurants are going to be things like Tacos and Tamale. We have a really nice restaurant called like The Press Room, and that's kind of more upscale, modern kind of food. Love that place. Also, we have the Preacher's Son, which you can see right here. And so the really cool thing about the Preacher's Son is the fact that it's a old church building turned into a restaurant. Very neat. We have Wright's Barbecue, which is just right off the square and is probably one of the best barbecue places in all of the South. So just know when you are in the downtown section of Bentonville, there are so many good restaurants to choose from. So let's talk about the square. What happens on the square of Bentonville? First of all, it's absolutely gorgeous, but so many events happen on the square. We have First Fridays, which happens every single first Friday of the month, and it's usually themed events like Dogapalooza, Petapalooza, or a biking theme or America themed. Great times at First Fridays. There's obviously a farmer's market every single Saturday and every single Thursday. Plus, there's all sorts of different events that the city puts on in the downtown square. Currently, they're getting ready for Christmas. Okay, it's still, we take Christmas seriously around NWA, specifically Bentonville. And so they're getting ready for Christmas. They're starting to hang the lights because there's a big light, obviously, fest when it comes to around November time. So getting ready for Christmas, they'll light all the lights up. The whole area will be lit up with lights. Very Hallmark-esque around Christmas time, and you want to check that out for sure. And one of the more famous places around Northwest Arkansas and Bentonville specifically is Onyx Coffee Lab. Amazing place for coffee. The actual owner won second place in the World Championships for barista, and they just sponsored someone with Onyx Coffee who won second place there as well again. So shout out to Onyx Coffee, amazing place. Now, this is more of a general statement about all of Northwest Arkansas, but there is so much art around Bentonville, Arkansas. Everywhere that they could put a mural, they'll put a mural. Anywhere they could put an artist to do something, they'll do something. So it's amazing to see such a town and area dedicated to art and just creating a better environment for people to live around versus just, brick walls, so to speak, which brick walls are great, but, sometimes, art is better. Also, a little unknown fact about NWA is the fact that aviation is huge in town, and we'll talk more about that a little bit later. So the Ledger and Hotel are in full swing with actual construction. Now, the Ledger is almost done. If you don't know what the Ledger is, it's the world's first truly bikeable building, so you can bike up and down the whole building itself. Pretty cool. Also, the first layer will be done here pretty shortly, actually open, and the first level is going to be airship coffee and specialized bikes. If you don't know what specialized bikes are, it's obviously a specialized bike place, but they only have a location in Long Beach, California, Boulder, Colorado, and now Bentonville, Arkansas. And on the kind of outskirts of downtown Bentonville, and as you're leaving the downtown Bentonville section, definitely stop out and check out Trash Creamery. Love that place.
All right, I think I'm in frame here, but we are now on the north side of Bentonville. So there's kind of like a little bit of overlap between downtown Bentonville and also the north side. Crystal Bridges is kind of that overlap. We're at Crystal Bridges at the moment, and we're going to be talking about some Crystal Bridges stuff, all the trail systems here, the art, all the different really cool things on the north side of Bentonville. It is quite extraordinary how many things you can do on the north side of Bentonville, so let's get after it.
So let's talk about Crystal Bridges since we're already here. Crystal Bridges is a free art museum for anyone to go to in North Bentonville. So obviously there's so many things to do in the inside there, artwork. There's such a huge collection of art there. On top of that, currently at this moment, there's a copy of the Constitution, the Federalist Papers, the Bill of Rights. So there's all sorts of really cool things happening in the inside of Crystal Bridges. But on the outside, if you're staying on the outside, there is so much art on the outside as well. There's pieces of artwork, and on top of that, we have one of the Frank Lloyd Wright houses right there. So it's really cool just to be able to walk around all the trail system right there, check out all the different unique things that are set up by architects, by artists, and it's a lot of fun because there's miles and miles of this. And also, currently at the moment, we have something called the Listening Forest happening in the forest around Crystal Bridges. Basically, it's a artwork style piece of integrating actual audio and light and all sorts of different things. It's really cool. Trust me, it's worthwhile to check out 100%. And on top of that, we're gearing up for the whole Christmas section upcoming pretty soon. So right next to Crystal Bridges is something called the Museum. It is the perfect place for kids. It's like the hub for all things tinkering, learning, imagining, creating, math, discovery. It's just a fun place for hands-on experiences. It's 50,000 square feet of just exhibits and learning experiences, and it's great. Also, this brand new building that's being built is called the Alice Walton School of Medicine. So there's a brand new School of Medicine, a college being built right next to Crystal Bridges and the museum that's going to be geared towards whole health. So they're going to be training doctors and nurses how to actually work with people in the whole health versus necessarily always giving them prescriptions and medicine. They want to do the next step for medicine versus just kind of go on the traditional path. So that's coming up here pretty soon. Also on the north side is something called the Crystal Flats. So this is an apartment complex. Very fun, very cool. A lot of people, it's a highly desired area to live when it comes to apartment living. Just really cool. It's really fun. And part of the reason it's fun is because it's connected to the trail system. Of course, you're seeing a trend here. But on top of that, it's across from a huge park with brand new dog park there. There's a skate park there, sports fields, tennis courts. There's a huge aquatic center there. So this is a massive, massive park. And so it's really cool to be able to go right from Crystal Flats right to the park itself. So a lot of people want to be in that Crystal Flats section because of the park, and it's really cool to live right across the street from that. Also on the north side, there's a huge dog park connected to the trail system called the Bark Park. Say that 10 times fast. But it's a really cool dog park, just a massive area for your dogs to play. And actually connected right to the Bark Park is actually a bike park. Oh my gosh. And that's for kids to practice biking, kind of get the actual like use case for biking and start practicing there. Whoa. Before we jump on to the next section of Bentonville, let's talk about something brand new that I have, which is called Instant Home Updates. Maybe you're looking to move down to Northwest Arkansas and you're using like Realtor.com or Zillow, and you're quickly realizing like how slow everything is because the notifications are so slow. That's why I made something called Instant Home Updates, because it's literally instant home updates. Wild, I know. So if you're looking to move down here and you want to make sure you don't miss anything on the market, like your dream home, dream rental, or anything like that, definitely sign up with the link below. Just enter your information, all the things you're looking for, and I'll get it set up for you right away. Also, I send out an email every single Friday, so if you're looking to keep up to date with what's going on in Northwest Arkansas, all the cool festivals happening, music, all the comedians coming here, all the cool buildings, new businesses, etc., all the cool things, I send an email out every single Friday. So if you want to keep up to date with all those different things, definitely add your email below. I just send out every single Friday. It just kind of keeps you up to date with what's going on here. Might give you a little bit of fear of missing out, but promise you'll be the most up-to-date person in Northwest Arkansas when you eventually move down here. Now you're probably thinking, Philip, what's going on the east side of Bentonville? Well, Walmart is building their campus on the east side of Bentonville, and they're taking up the whole section. Over 350 acres or more of land dedicated to the new campus, because Walmart has their campus spread out pretty far across all of Bentonville. Now they're bringing it all together under one campus in the east side of Bentonville. So this is not going to be any normal campus. This is going to have trail systems. The Razorback Greenway is going to cut through there. It's going to be a crazy campus, and I'm super excited for it to be done in 3 to 4 years. So they are starting to obviously build it out. It's going very, very fast, and they're going to open sections at a time. But my gosh, when this is all said and done, it's going to be a world-class campus for the Fortune 1 company. So I'm super excited.
All right, we are now on the west side of Bentonville and currently located right in Kohler Mountain Preserve. If you don't know what Kohler is, it is a massive mountain bike preserve located on the west side of Bentonville. But it is literally a dream for anyone who wants to hike, bike, or even run at all. It is miles and miles of preserved land and on top of basically a mountain hill, and it's just endless trails for anyone to enjoy. But the really cool thing is there's pathways all around here. There's right behind me is actually Airship Coffee. It is actually a coffee shop that you can only access by trail or biking or hiking, so pretty cool that they have it set up right for here. So obviously very fun, cool environment around here. Without further ado, let's go take a tour of Kohler and also some of the west part of Bentonville.
So, like I said about Kohler, great place to ride bikes. They just had an enduro challenge out there this weekend, so it's such a great place to hang out, hike, bike, hang out with family. There's, like I said before, there's a campground near there. There's a place to hang out for families. The river that runs through there is absolutely fantastically gorgeous. Love it. Obviously, Airship Coffee is one of the most popular things there. And so fun to ride your bike there, grab coffee, grab something to eat, grab something to drink as well. And on top of that, really cool thing about Airship is that they're actually putting a location underneath the ledger, which we talked about in a previous section there. So really cool that Airship is growing, and there's another location as well, but very cool that Airship's going. One of the coolest coffee shops in Bentonville, probably honestly all of America, because how often do you see this kind of style of coffee shop in the middle of a forest preserve? So fun, so cool. Also, these steps here are actually steps up to the top of Kohler. At first, I thought they were like mountain biking steps. I was like, okay, this is going to be a steep downfall. Like, who's going to do that? Turns out they're actually steps to go up to the top. So, yeah, good times there. As you can tell, Kohler's just absolutely gorgeous, full of foliage, full of trees, full of just so many trails, and it's just a gorgeous place to hang out. And even leaving Kohler is just a fantastic experience. Just like trees hugging the road, overarching over the road itself. It just feels like nature's hugging you all the time around here. Also on the west side of Bentonville is just a ton of schools. So there's a lot of schools out there because there's a lot of housing on the west side as well. A lot of really fun housing, of course. Again, the west side of Bentonville, such a fun place to hang out, ride your bike, bring your family, enjoy the nature. It's such a blast.
right, we are now at the south end of Bentonville. Now, technically, like right at the north end, or the south end of the downtown section. It's like right there. It all kind of bleeds together. But right behind me is Theoden School. Super amazing school. Architecturally, just insane. Let's just start there. But it's a private school in Bentonville. But also things we're going to be like looking at around the south end of Bentonville. Heroes Coffee. We're going to be going to the Momentary. We're going to go to 8th Street Market. We're going to be going to Osage. There are so many things on the south end of Bentonville. So, without further ado, South End Bentonville. All right, so the first thing we need to talk about when it comes to the south side is the Momentary and 8th Street Market. The 8th Street Market is such a great place to hang out for friends and family, great places to eat. There's a great brewery right there. There's a great biking place right there. There's shops right there. There's a bookstore. It's fantastic. Also, really cool thing, just a little side note, is that there's like a rock climbing place right there. So it's kind of free for, obviously it's just a place to climb. And they have like a Bentonville boombox there. So it's kind of weird stuff that happens around the Momentary 8th Street Market area. But again, the 8th Street Market is just a fun place to hang out. It's always bopping almost every single day of the week. Great artwork, really cool places to bring your friends, hang outside, grab something to eat, grab something to drink, and just enjoy the weather. And one of the really cool things about the 8th Street Market is connected right to the Momentary, and the Momentary is connected to Crystal Bridges, so they're both actual museums. But the really cool difference between the Momentary and Crystal Bridges is that the Momentary has a huge venue for thousands of people to hang out and actually watch like music events or even plays or stuff like that. Also, when you go to the 8th Street Market, one of the first things you'll notice as well is how much art is actually at the 8th Street Market. They've really decked that whole place out to make it look just so fantastic and so part of nature itself, using murals, using artwork, and just everything in general. Another really cool thing at the 8th Street Market is something called Brightwater. Brightwater is a culinary school, and it's obviously connected into the 8th Street Market, but they have these greenhouses right there that they grow all their organic herbs, vegetables, and all comes right from there to work in the culinary school for people to practice. So really fun, really cool stuff there. Also, some really fun things on the south side of Bentonville is the fact that there's a ton of businesses down there. For instance, we have like Climb Bentonville and also the Bentonville Brewery. Now, I necessarily wouldn't go to the brewery than to the climbing necessarily, but just be careful there. Obviously, there's a ton of businesses on the south end of Bentonville that are definitely worth checking out. Now, another really cool thing about the south end of Bentonville is the fact that this is currently at the moment where the home center is for Walmart. So when you're driving the south end of Bentonville, you'll see the home office right there. Obviously, they're building a bigger campus on the east side of Bentonville, but currently at the moment, that is their current office, and they use, obviously it's massive there, but it is part of the South Bentonville area. Now, one of my favorite places to hang out is the Meteor in South End of Bentonville. Now, we're starting to get to like the bleed between downtown Bentonville and South Bentonville, but the Meteor is such a great place to hang out. Also, they are opening a new place in Fayetteville, so really cool that they are expanding, but the Meteor is definitely worth checking out when you're in Bentonville. So two of my favorite places in South Bentonville, and they're kind of closer to the downtown section, but Heroes Coffee, amazing place. You need to check it out. And right next door is Crepes Paulette. Fantastic place. I've talked about them on my videos before. Well worth checking out. Love those places to death. Also, really cool thing, right behind the Momentary, there's this really interesting office complex that they designed, obviously in correlation with the Momentary design-wise, but the university hangs out there. They have like this entrepreneurship growth factory there. All the sort of different co-working spaces work there. There's a lot of startups that work out of there. The Bentonville Economic Chamber works out of there. The Bentonville Film Festival works out of there. So it's a really cool office building. Definitely check it out when you're in the area. Also, one last shout out, if you're going to check out some coffee on the kind of near the south end of Bentonville, definitely check out Airship. Amazing cup of coffee. Amazing. And it's the best thing is they roast their beans right there. So you get this whiff of like roasting beans at the same time drinking coffee. So good. Now, I might have not mentioned this before too well, but Theoden School is just a architectural dream. The school there is great, of course, but they really went all out on the architectural design side of the school itself.
Obviously, it's connected to Theoden Field, so the actual like architectural carries through. But it's so cool to have such a interesting, well-designed school located right in Bentonville. This is Theoden Fieldhouse, obviously connected design-wise to Theoden School, but this is the kind of localized, personalized airport in Bentonville. They do a lot of experimental aviation out of here. People have a lot of their private planes out of here, but it's really cool to have a kind of local airport, smaller than XNA, located right in Bentonville, and they do a lot of experimentation for future growth of NWA in the area. Also, last on the south end of Bentonville is Osage Park. Really cool place. Obviously, it's starting to get dark now, per usual with my tours. They take a long time, but Osage Park is a really fun place, a huge park, and there's like a large pond in there and just a lot of play equipment, so really fun. And we're back. What a journey. What a journey. Obviously, as you can tell, Northwest Arkansas, Bentonville, very special area, obviously. And if you are thinking about coming down here, download my 3-day itinerary link below. Maybe you're an adventurer, maybe you're a sports person, maybe you have kids, maybe you're a sightseer. I'm not quite sure, but there's a 3-day itinerary link down below for you. So go ahead and download it. Also, when you do come down here, I can give you the $10 tour so you can show you around the whole area. Springdale, Rogers, Fayetteville, Bentonville. I can show you around the whole area and kind of give you the full tour. Also, we can check out some homes for sale or for rent and see how far your dollar will go in Northwest Arkansas compared to where you're coming from. All right, guys, let's see you in the next one.